Yo, what is up guys, it's your boy Milk BTD here, back with another video on the channel. And today guys, we got some BFB Colosseum boosts only. So yeah, let's just get right into it. So our first opponent here is Sensei, I think I said that right. And yeah, he has 217 100 medallions and a gold Germany badge, I think. And our first map we got is indoor pools, which is a bit unlucky. I'm giving him thumbs down to skip, and he does manage to skip, which is good for us. And we get Hydrodam, which is a bit unfortunate, which is why I say unlucky here. This is a post-com, by the way, so if you guys are new, please hit that subscribe button and hit that like button so we can get 600 subscribers before the end of the month. My goal this year is to get 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. And a quick note that I would like to make is on the weekends, or Fridays and the weekends at around 4 p.m. West Coast time, me and Tatsuya usually stream. He just voice calls with me and we have a nice chill time. So if you're interested in joining those streams, just be sure to subscribe and have your notifications on so you guys can know when we stream. Anyway, so we're going to start with our boat here. Pretty standard start. He's going to end up starting with his boat but not place the farm down immediately, which is a bit interesting. I think it's the move though, honestly, because he manages to get us to leak more, obviously, because he sent more. In my opinion, I think that it's better just to get the grape shot to save lives on this map, because lives are really important, especially like if you miss a ceramic, you want to kind of have enough lives to tank a ceramic, if you know what I mean. So what we're going to do here is we're going to try to play this, like, on this map, you want to play kind of aggressive. You want to farm hard until like the later rounds, in my opinion, like maybe round 10 plus, and then you want to start playing more aggro. So I'm going to send space pinks here. A grape shot does not solo space pinks here. And I don't know really what's the second boat spot here, so I decided just to place it here. And he goes for his faster shooting. Honestly, I should have that top boat on close, which I turn it to now, but you want to have it on first to catch leaks. And I'm going to continue to send. As you can see, he's still leaking. And he's going to spike instead, so which is a decent play. Wastes the spike, honestly, because I stopped sending, but we're going to be able to afford our plantation soon. So he has his plantation, obviously, even though he spent, like, we spent about this, like, he has like $50 up on me, give or take. But I sent and he didn't, so that's probably why the main differences are there. And so he's going to place down his 0-0 boat there, and for round 6 blacks, so you're going to need at least a grape shot and a faster shooting, but he's going to opt to go for a layering rush, which is not a bad play. Maybe I should keep that left boat on strong next time, or maybe on last, so instead I get a faster shooting, and I'm just going to send space blacks. There's no need for me to put all this money into setting greens when space blocks are just as efficient. He's down to 85 lives, 78 lives. We're leaking a whole bunch too, but honestly, I should have my 2 boats on close. I'm not sure if I do at this moment right now. And yeah, as you can see, we're still leaking, so I'm just going to keep up sending. And he has 2 faster shooting boats while we only survive with the grape shot. So we have about $400 on him right now, which is good. And I decided to go for my second farm. A bit of a greedy move, but I know I can afford my second faster shooting if I need it, but I'm just gonna go ahead and go for my more bananas. So in round 8, if he sends us yellows, I'm fine boosting with it because we have the life lead, as well as the, we have the life, he is life lead by 1. So I'm just gonna go ahead and boost. Boosts don't matter too much. It's not like you're gonna go down in all your boosts unless you boost to every single mid-game rush, which is a big thing. So I send him yellows here. I'm trying to force the second boost, but even better, I forced a boat with the grape shot, which is probably better for me because he has less farms to defend later. So we get down our boomer here. I think the boomer is better on the left side because, as you can see, the boomer is right-handed, so it throws its glaive that way. It throws its glaive down versus the other way. So the grape shot spot on the left is that's where you generally want to place your cannon ship, so it can catch the leaks in the back when you put it on first, but when it's on strong, you can target the camel lead, and 1 lead obviously is not going to do anything. But whites and zebras are pretty deadly on this map. That's a good way of showing that you're not gonna all out, but you're still gonna rush them, basically, is what I'm trying to say. So he's gonna end up getting a farm down, and I give him a face palm because on round 12 he needs to afford camel lead detection, and that's a good point. How is he going to defend that? So those boats over there are cleaning up pretty nicely with the grape shot with the boomer to help. As you can see, the boomer isn't as good on the right side, which is hence why people tend to go NG or wizard on that side. So this is considered a side dependent map where it's a lot better on the right side. So we get him to sell, and he gets a destroyer, so that's good for us. Down to 10 lives, which is a bit unfortunate, but there's nothing much we can do to send him more. So I sent him a small zebra rush here, trying to see if we can bait a turbocharge or a boost. Looks like he's fine on our side, and yeah, so you balloon boost something, and it's rainbows immediately, so I think it's an all out, but it's a good bait to force us to sell the farm, well done by him. But I'm not too mad about selling it because he did spend a decent amount on that rush. I'd say maybe from $1,000 to $2,000, give or take. Round 15, regen leads don't do anything, so you just want to send regular leads. And I sent some zebras here and we managed to force the boost. So as you can see, sending regular leads when there's not that much AI mixed with it is not that great of a rush. Round 16, you want to blend leads here too. But he sends a regen ceramic, which is like a $550 balloon. So I'm fine boosting to that. It's like a really expensive rush. And as you can see, he has no farms when we still have a plantation, which is good for us. So what I'm expecting here is definitely an all out. There's no way he would not all out me. And on Hydrodam, most games you're gonna die to a moab or fast quota mobs. Games don't go past round 20. So this is a dumb play for me sending zebras, but it manages to force a boost because he can't afford the glaive. He decides to get up his plantation instead. So we got a boost down. So maybe I'm thinking fast cooldown ceramic counter, but I'm just going to send him a moab. He actually balloon boosted me camo ceramics, and I end up turbocharging and I tower boost because that was a pretty scary rush. And I balloon boosted him a moab. He's going to have to boat pull this or he's going to die. Send some ceramics underneath. Pretty useless of a rush, but as you can see, he boat pulls the moab, but the ceramics just go by unhidden, like unseen, and he just does go down. So yeah, that was a pretty good game by us. I would say we played that almost flawlessly. We didn't have to boost to a couple things, and we could have farmed a little bit better. But yeah, that's the first game, and I'll see you guys when we get into the next game. Alright, so we got our next opponent here. I'm bad. 600k medallions and a pretty bad record, to be honest. And this is Super Monkey Lane, so I skip it immediately. My DFA skills are way under average, so yeah, not a good look for me. So I just skip it immediately. And the map we end up getting is Ice Flow. And I've seen Hot Potato, I think, go this sub boat bomb, and the reason why I like this strat is because most of the time when you go sub cobra bomb, it like BFBs are a big problem, and you could just boat pool with this strat, and bomb obviously counters cobra. The adjustment, I mean the balloon impact counters cobra pretty well, and sub obviously decamalizes it, so it's a pretty good strategy. Obviously, with weaknesses, is that late game, obviously. First strike is good, but it's not that good. So I end up spiking here because in case he's going Cobra, so I prevent the double Cobra start. And I start with this sub spot. I'm not sure like what the sub spots are, to be honest, on this map. I know the reactor spot, but I just decided to go with this one. Doesn't seem too bad. And with sub, you want to eco to 254, and you can afford your airburst too, because you can't fit farms on this map, so you're gonna want to eco, because you're just wasting. You can fit like maybe one farm on this map on the big glacier, but that's obviously not as effective as eco on this map. Cobra pretty much rules this map, but there's counters to Cobra, but counters to Cobra most likely die to other eco strats, so yeah. Anyway, so we're just going to be ecoing a bunch here. There's nothing much really to do. It's just eco over eco. And the airburst here, I mean, I don't think it really matters what you targeted on, like strong first or something like that. And yeah, so we're just going to go ahead and send some reds. We're going to switch to blues now that it's round 4. But I was tapping at this point, and obviously this is a post column, but apparently it wasn't sending blues, so yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, which is why it looks like I'm not sending here. But yeah, I get back to sending blues now, and honestly, like when I'm sub doesn't struggle to anything besides greens early game, and yellow is obviously greens and above, I would say, that are group balloon. So the bomb can help combat that early game instead of buying more airbursts, which are really expensive. Like for example, a cluster or a frag can do a pretty good job, honestly, soloing like up until yellows, and then you sell your airburst and your cluster to get up a reactor. Pretty standard defend. And a thing that sub's bad against, that's not the reactor. When it's not the reactor, it's bad against layering. So you want to watch out for layered rushes. And honestly, I stopped ecoing here so I can get my bomb down. I want to save as many lives as possible because a lot of chokes happen when you're like so close. Like for example, you miss a ceramic or something, or like maybe they're adjusting and a ceramic gets through. That's pretty annoying, and it's pretty good to stay high on lives. It's not the most important thing, and you can't say you're quote-unquote winning when you're alive or like ahead in life counts. So yeah, anyways, we're just going to keep sending some more blacks. Not going to do much, to be honest. As you can see, as an airburst and a 01, which is not bad, but these greens obviously, as you can see, forces a second airburst, which is why bomb is so much better on this map. And especially since it's a cobra run map, usually it's countered easily by bomb counters cobra, in case you didn't know. And as you can see right here, we're unlucky. We're like $20 off. We're like one red balloon away from affording our cluster, and we barely when we afford it easily. And yellows against sub, especially airburst, are gonna usually force a boost. And especially like regen leads on this map, if you're going this strategy, is not too good. And I think that you want to save your boat until BFBs. Yes, you can have a boat start, but it's not going to be as good as like a sub start. You hide the boat, if you force them to all out you, like if they like, oh shoot, he ain't defending BFBs or something like that, you just boat pool, right? Pretty simple. But you want to be cautious of over-ecoing here. And on round 10, you almost always want to afford a reactor, because if not, then it's going to get pretty bad for you. That's the prime reactor spot. It hits the AI coming in path and the back, or the sent path, I should say. And yeah, now this reactor can solo up until like round 15. If they send you regen rainbows with this, like if they all out you, all you have to do is just get up a cluster and boost. That should sell. Make sure you place down your bomb, and immediately after you place down your bomb, you boost. And you want to get, why I'm getting a sub here is I put this sub on strong for the exact reason of ceramics. So the sub pops the ceramic layers, and then the reactor can pretty much solo everything else. Maybe a bomb to help clean up, but other than that, it's fine. So I'm max ecoing here because I don't see a point of doing anything else. This is like the kind of mid-game rushes that aren't really effective, so there's no point in rushing something that pretty much counters anything except rainbows, and rainbows are expensive, so it's better just to eco. Space ecoing's alright, but I don't see him sending me anything. But you want to be wary. Round 18, I would guarantee most, like 50 to 60% of players will die to round 15 to 16 Moabs. That's just standard facts. I don't know why. But I sent him a regen ceramic here because I want to see if I can sneak it past the airburst. Waste of money, $550 down the drain. He's able to solo. It looks like it's regenning around the bend, but he doesn't take any damage. So as you can see, he's perfectly fine. I get the barbed darts to also help with the ceramics, and yeah, besides that, there's nothing much. So what's annoying about this map, as you can see, bomb can't hit zebras, right? So you're gonna have to have like a second submerged or a reactor up top to help the decamoize, because since this spots in the back. So now what I need to do is I need to afford an impact round 18. As you can see, he's still ecoing, so I don't think he's gonna send me a Moab. But this, you can put the airburst on strong. Once it pops, you can buy a reactor. But just know, I mean, you can buy an impact. Just know that an impact does not solo, alright? An impact doesn't solo the Moabs. So yeah, so there's nothing much you can do. I'm going to send him a Moab, and I'm going to balloon boost that's at him. And as you can see, he pulls out the Ninja. Ninja's pretty bad against Moabs, especially on this round. And as you can see, once it gets past the reactor, they're pretty much dead. You can't afford a Jitsu, no distraction, nothing, and it just go ahead and sneak by. He buys an Ice Shards, but it's too late, and he does go down. He also sold the reactor there, so I could have sent like Camo Pinks or something like that, and he would have died. Anyways, I'll catch you guys in the next game. Alright, so we got our next opponent here, Sub to PewDiePie, the person I used on the thumbnail. And yeah, this is the real Sub to PewDiePie. Obviously, no one else has 822 million medallions in that win record. Obviously, win record doesn't mean anything, because obviously private games mean more than arena games. Anyways, he readies up on Water Hazard. I'm not a big fan of Water Hazard. I know Boat Mortar is probably the meta, maybe Boat Wizard. And we get Yin Yang, which is a bit unfortunate, but it looks like we're going to play on it. Boat Farm Wizard is by far probably the best strategy on this map. Maybe Boat Farm Mortar, but the Boat Farm Mortar struggles too much with regen leads on this map, in my opinion. Yes, regens are really deadly on this map, but Lightning it does pretty well against the regens, in my opinion. I don't know, could just be me. Anyways, so we're I don't know what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna start with the farm here instead of a boat, because there's no point really going for an anti-stall boat start. He's probably running boat too, but I'm not too sure. Anyways, so we're going to place down our farm at like 17 or 18 seconds. I think that's when we get the eco boost. Yep, 18. We place down our farm, and pretty standard opening. He's gonna go ahead and spike instead, but I'm gonna go ahead and get down my boat because I don't want to leak too much. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna send him to 253. I don't know how much is, yeah, 256, 257, I don't know. So I can, as you can see, I can afford my more bananas, and he actually pulls out the dart, which is interesting. So I know either Dart Wiz, Dart Farm Ace, probably. But I'm thinking Dart Farm Ace because, you know, it's Pewd, and I've seen him play DFA on this map sometimes. And yeah, anyways, so there's no point in being aggro here. I know that we can fit probably more boats on this map than you can fit darts and stuff and aces, but I'm not too sure. The big land is pretty big, so never mind, I retract that statement. Anyway, so we're gonna go with a bit of layering here, because I know that with this map that dart cannot do too well, so I send him a bit of layering with the blues and the pinks over top. And one dart is not going to sell. And the targeting's really fishy on this map. It looks like he's going to be fine at first with his nice targeting, but he puts his dart back on last, and we're going to keep with the space pinks. And we should be able to afford our plantation any second now. There we go with $79 left over. And I'm continuing the space pinks. I want to force the second trip as much as possible. And on round 6, I'm for sure going to force it. But we'll look like we force it right here. And I know on round 6, he's going to need more than 2 triple darts to defend. And if he doesn't want to upgrade, then that's fine with me. I'm just going to keep sending blacks, and he actually sends me blacks, so I'm just gonna go for a second grape shot. He actually opts to balloon boost it too, so I put my both my boats on close, and with 2 grape shots we defend. I think honestly a faster shooting, you're gonna need a faster shooting and a boat, so I don't know which one's a better option. So like for example, faster shooting is like $400 and another boat is $450. So that's what, $850 compared to $450 and $550. So I guess it's cheaper just to get a faster shooting, but I think it's way better just to get double grape shot versus faster shooting on a 0-0 boat. I don't know, could just be me. Anyways, we leak him down to 88 lives, 84 lives, and we're just gonna keep up being annoying, honestly. Like, there's no point. Why should we stop? He needs to get up the appropriate defense. It looks like he's down to 74, and especially on maps like this where regen leads are deadly, for example, they could just regen around the bend and he might not have enough money to tank him, honestly. So we're keeping up with the blacks here. It looks like he's actually fine where he is, and he pulls out on a farm lead on us, which is expected. Dart's obviously cheaper than boat, and we should be able to afford a wizard round 10 easily, and this is a big problem for him, the jug spot. So I'm not sure where you place the jug spot, but I know the jug spot's fishy on this map, especially with regens too. So he opts to double spike, and I'm just going to keep up with the regen spam. And he opts to go for that center jug spot, which I'm not too big of a fan of. I'd rather have like the spot at the bottom or something like that. As you can see, the regen leads are getting deadly for him. I'm sending him 2 space zebras and some whites underneath. This is a pretty good rush, and we actually end up getting the tower boost here. So am I thinking, can I defend? And I'm like, no, he probably has pretty good ODS micro, so there's no point in defending. We probably, like, it might be like make him struggle, but there's no point in defending now that we're down a boost. We know he struggles to regen leads and regen zebras, so there's no point in me throwing the game by trying to all out him right here. And so we're going to come at him with a zebra rush, actually. We force another spolt, but as you can see, it's going around the bend. But his triple dart should be able to solo with his jug on first, so this is well defended by him, as I give him a well done. Down to 59 lives, so that's not too good for him. As you can see, we're chilling at 143 lives, and there's nothing much he can do, honestly. I think he's going to go for he's not been sending anything at me. Like, he's like at the bare minimum, probably like 300 eco. And I'm playing a bit aggro, boat whiz. Maybe I should go for my BIA, but I'm not exactly sure how to play boat whiz, so I'm gonna go aggro boat whiz. I know this is probably not the play, but we sent him a huge regen lead brush with the zebras, and we force a second boost. He did a good job of boosting on round 16, so we can't send him more leads. And yeah, well done by Mr. Pew. He's sending us a small rush here, but that's not going to do anything. We don't need to buy any more defense. And he actually goes to the bank on round 17 or round 16. That's not a good play at all. Now I'm thinking, how is he defending a moab? We drained him of 2 boosts already, and once he boosts again, then we could just be annoying and send regen leads after. So this is not a good look for him, and I'm just saving up a little bit, making sure I could send him a moab, and I send him the moab first and the regen lead. So it looks like he's trying to ODS this, and he buys the ODS. He has 5 triple darts up, and I'm assuming they're all on strong, but the regen leads are going to be deadly, mark my words. So as you can see, the jug and the spolt are trying to do their best, but he doesn't have enough triple darts placed in the back of the map. It pops the moab, but as around the bend is not going to be that good enough, and he manages to boost, but he still goes down. And yeah, we just like that, we beat Sub Depute. He gives us an oops at the end. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're still watching, comment down below. I'm gonna give someone a shout out to a random subscriber. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drink your milk, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, peace.